Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 different ways to making your bed beautifully and easy steps to follow. I'm going to start off with a basic, and then I'm going to move on to an elevated basic, which is basically just adding a few more elements to dressing up your bed, and then I'll end it with a designer luxe style bed, and you'll see how I do that. So let's get started. For the first look, we're going for a very clean and minimal style, so we won't be using any decorative pillows or a throw. This is just a very clean and minimal look that you can use across really any type of style. So you'll start off first with your loose sheet. So you can see here I have the loose sheet, and I'm going to start placing it on the bed evenly, making sure that I have enough on all corners to evenly tuck in. You'll then start by tucking in the front part of the bed. Want to make sure this is nicely tucked. And then you start with the sides. So I'll pull out the sheet like I'm doing, and then I'll tuck in the bottom part. And then as the flap falls over, you just nicely tuck that in tightly, and it just creates a nice clean look, very similar to like a hotel kind of vibe. And then just tucking that in all the way around. And then you just do that on the other side. So you want to tuck in the bottom part all the way around, let the top part fall over, and then you just tuck that in nicely. And you want to make sure that it's nicely tucked. Next, you'll want to pull down that loose sheet a quarter of the way on both sides. And then you're going to fold it back up to the top part of that loose sheet. It creates almost like a ribbon across the bed, and you'll want to tuck that in on both sides nicely. Next, you'll add your comforter or your duvet. In my case, I'm using a duvet, just shaking it out so that the inside is evenly distributed, and then you'll just pull this through to make sure that it's even on all sides. So once you have the duvet nicely placed, you'll want to pull down the top part about a quarter of the way, and then you'll adjust this as you go, but I'm just pulling it down a quarter of the way to start. Next, you'll want to start with your standard pillows against the headboard, and then in front of that you'll place your decorative pillows, and these just add a nice fullness and make the bed look a little bit more dressed up. So now you'll just want to make sure and pull on the comforter and just kind of iron out all of those wrinkles to create a really clean and refined look. For style number 2, we want to give the bed a little bit more of an elevated look, so we're going to be using decorative pillows and a throw blanket to help us do that. You want to start off by adding your standard pillows, but this time we're going to lay them flat. And then on top of that, we're going to lay the decorative pillows flat on top of that. For this look, we're using Euros, so we're doing 2 Euro pillows in front of our stacked pillows. In front of that, we're adding 2 more smaller pillows. Next, you'll place your throw blanket towards the foot of the bed, and you'll also want to make sure that the blanket that you get is long enough so that it drapes with enough on both sides and it's not running a little short. Another trick that I like to do is flip the pillow so that the loose, kind of the opening of the pillow, is facing the center of the bed, and then the edges are facing towards the outside, so that way it's a really nice and clean look. For style number 3, we really want to elevate the bed and make it more of a designer styled look, so we're adding in an additional comforter or quilt. And so I'm using a king size quilt on my queen size bed. So you can see that there is a lot of excess on the sides, and it just gives a really nice and designer look to it. So once the quilt is evenly distributed, you'll want to fold down the top part halfways and do that both sides. And then you'll want to take that fold and fold it back towards the top part so that it's aligned and it meets the top part of the underquilt. So it creates this almost tiered look. Next, you'll add your standard pillows flat and your decorative pillows on top of those. And I'm making sure that the edges are clean on the outside and the leftover kind of loose part is towards the center of the bed. And that'll be covered up with the decorative pillows that we're adding in next. So I'm adding in now the Euro pillows, making sure that they are nicely placed and chopped. You might need to give it another chop, just in case. And then I'm adding in a lumbar pillow in the center to kind of bring it all together. And lastly, we're adding in a throw blanket on top of that. We're doing a neat look here and placing the throw blanket right below the quilt. You'll have your under quilt, you'll have the top quilt, and then you'll have the throw blanket nicely, and it creates this really beautiful tiered look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know which one is your favorite, and until next time.